Mundo Gloob has released the 11th episode of the 6th season, Revelator, and here's the review. We'll start with what we already knew from the trailer, that Marinette and Alia were at the beach, having a good time. They were there with Nino and Adrian. But then things get weird. When Adrian goes out with Nino to get some ice cream, a bunch of strangers suddenly appear, a bunch of NPCs, so to speak, and start talking to Adrian. Adrian simply thanks them for their comments. They tell him things like, "Hey, we know what happened to your dad. Don't worry, we support you." He responds with, "Okay, yeah, thanks." Everything seems perfectly normal, but then comes a strange moment. Someone talks to him about his career, wishes him success, and suddenly, Adrian seems sad. But that's not all. More and more people show up, and they talk not only to Adrian, but also about his relationship with Marinette. At first, they take it easy. But then the scene changes. We see a scene from the trailer. Apparently, someone has been talking publicly about Marinette and her relationship, but not only that, but there's a real discussion going on, like on a gossip channel on YouTube. And this is where the real problem begins. Suddenly, Marinette is being harassed. People are calling her parents, and in one call, an adult can even be heard expressing their opinion about Marinette. They're talking badly about her. Marinette's parents are, of course, shocked and try to explain to her what's going on. Because apparently, despite everything we know, Marinette isn't really active on social media. And that's when it becomes clear. Something is seriously wrong here. Because the guy spreading these rumors is one of those sensationalist people who deliberately create fake news to get attention. A gossip YouTuber then, but in the world of Miraculous, someone who talks about real people. The rest of the episode revolves around Marinette trying to deal with this situation. Of course, Marinette contacts Alia first because she's a reporter. And Alia is really angry about this, because as a journalist, it's her job to report the truth, and this Vincent guy is just spreading lies. And now comes the most stressful part. In their naivety, Marinette and Adrian actually believe that all they have to do is confront Vincent to make him stop. But Alia warns them, don't do that. He'll just use this to get even more attention. Because every time Vincent uploads a video, he ends up advertising something. That means he makes money by exploiting other people's lives. And this is where everything finally escalates. Even Marinette's parents forbid her from talking to this guy because they know it won't lead to anything good. And it gets even worse. Vincent claims that Ladybug and Cat Noir are actually useless because ultimately, Adrian's father took care of everything. Of course, he has no idea what really happened. But that's exactly